Anthony Fauci got a presidential pardon from Joe Biden, but that may not protect him from the long arm of Texas law. This is Thursday, July 30th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for spending part of this Thursday with the Texas Minute. You know, I usually say this at the end, but there's a whole lot more news covered by Texas Scorecard day in and day out than I can squeeze into this short roundup podcast. So you can keep up with everything impacting the Lone Star State by visiting TexasScorecard.com. That's TexasScorecard.com. Mays Middleton is the Republican nominee for Attorney General. He says that if elected, one of his first actions in office will be to investigate former White House Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci. Middleton argues that the sweeping presidential pardon Fauci received from Joe Biden would not shield him from potential state-level scrutiny. Middleton's comments come as Fauci has returned to the national spotlight following the release of diary entries that revealed him to be privately embracing the public attention surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic, even while he was publicly denying he had advocated for nationwide shutdowns. During testimony yesterday before the U.S. Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee, Fauci declined to answer the senator's questions and invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination 111 times.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Of course, before Mr. Middleton can investigate Fauci, he first has to defeat Democrat Nathan Johnson in the November general election. A federal lawsuit was filed this week by the Texas Public Policy Foundation on behalf of Austin resident Michael Petrick, who alleges that the city of Austin's tree preservation ordinance unconstitutionally infringes on private property rights. Now get this, Mr. Petrick was issued an $8,800 fine by the city for trimming trees on his own property. According to the lawsuit, Petrick noticed a tree with a split trunk that he believed posed a falling hazard. So he hired a tree trimming company to remove the split trunk and trim 2 other trees. By doing so, the city determined he ran afoul of the Austin Land Development Code and the Environmental Criteria Manual. Petrick is claiming the city ordinance is an unconstitutional infringement on his private property rights and is in violation of the 5th and 14th Amendments to the Constitution. An El Paso woman has pleaded guilty to smuggling foreign children into the United States as part of a larger criminal organization. Prosecutors in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Texas had brought charges against Diane Gaudian and 2 others alleged to be involved in the smuggling operation. According to court documents, Border Patrol agents first interrupted the scheme in August 2024. The agents discovered that the driver of a car was attempting to smuggle a 13-year-old using documents belonging to his own child. In the course of the investigation, agents discovered that the children being smuggled into the country were given THC gummy candy as a way to sedate them. Gaudian is facing up to 15 years in federal prison. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
The Waller County Republican Party has passed a resolution requesting that state lawmakers restrict the use of flock cameras and other mass surveillance technologies without a warrant. Their resolution calls for guardrails to be placed on automatic license plate readers, AI-powered drones, Stingray technologies, and more. They assert that these technologies violate the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution and Article 1, Section 9 of the Texas Constitution because the data is being accessed without a warrant. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Mary Berg, Addie Hovland, and Grant Hawk. Our producer is the great Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.